Wow. Wow. I just got back from watching Jurassic World Dominion. Wow. All week I was hearing little bits here and there about how people are not really happy with this movie at all. It let them down. And right now it's sitting at a 31% Rotten Tomato. But I just got back from watching it. And, for them to bring the OG characters back, man, every time they was on screen, it just put a big smile on my face. And the way this, Sam Niell was back, Laura Dern was back, Jeff Goldblum, of course, Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt. There was this pilot chick, her name is DeWanda Wise. I love her role. And Isabella Sermon, the little girl that played the girl that was cloned. They got more in depth with her story. I like how they explained that story a little bit better, about her mom. They really went in depth about what happened to her mom and stuff. I like how they did that story about, about her mother, because, in the last movie, the last Jurassic movie that came out, where they went to the island and the island blew up, and then, they found this little girl that was cloned from her mom and stuff. Well, this time, this last installment got into her story a little bit more. But you guys, wow. Today is a day that I have been struggling with YouTube for a while. And what I mean by that is I love being on YouTube and making videos and stuff. I feel like I'm learning as I go. I think I'll be getting better as I go. But I got a job and I make pretty good money. I ain't well off or anything, but I'm okay. The Bible says you have to be content with a little and you have to be content with a lot. So I'm right there in the middle. So, when I go to a movie and I want to go see a movie, I really want to shut the world off. I seriously want to shut the world off. I just want to turn the world off for a couple hours and I want to get immersed into this world. And man, did I get immersed in this world. I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride. I really did. I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride. I mean, I did not fall asleep. I never found any parts in there that was dragging. I love the part about the locusts. I heard people complain about the locust part. I heard people saying, oh, I didn't like the fact that they had giant locusts in there. And I felt like, and then when they were all together, I felt like no one robbed each other of any screen time. Nowhere in this movie. Nowhere. I was literally so into this movie that I literally was sitting in the theater and I didn't want to go off. And every time I thought that I might be getting towards the end, something else would happen. They had so many different dinosaurs in this thing. And here's the thing. Y'all know I don't do reviews on this station because I got another subscriber. I'm making sure I'll let y'all know. Every time I get a subscriber and I remember, I want to say thank you. Big thank you to now 16 subscribers. That is awesome. I know people say, why would you think for 16 subscribers when you got people out there that's got 100,000, 200,000? Because I can, and I appreciate it. Seriously. I'm not one of those people trying to get big on YouTube. I got a job. I just like waking up and seeing life again. I want to see the sun I want to see the sunrise. I want to see the sun go down. I like when it rains. I love when the seasons change. Learn to be thankful, folks. Learn to be thankful. But anyway, I felt like if this movie would have been made, now make sure you understand this. If this movie would have been made, I'll call it old theater. Me being born in 1959, I'm going to call it old theater. Because old theater wise, you wouldn't have what you have today. Old theater. Because I was in there, man. I was sitting there going like, oh my God, this is so good. And I know a lot of people probably won't never, watch this video because I'm not big. But man, I kept saying, man, if this was back in 1967 or 68, there wouldn't have been no complaints. But all the dinosaurs and all the action and all the shooting and all the way, I mean, they brought back characters that, they even brought back that one guy that was with, Chris Pratt. This one black dude that's got a bald head. He was back in there. I was glad to see him. The new villain, I call him. I thought his role was good. There wasn't no, I mean, there was no there was nothing shoot in. There was nothing, shoved down your throat. It was just an old-fashioned 1968 type of movie that you would watch. If you'd watched this movie back in 1968 or 69 or 70, this is what you call a summer popcorn movie. That's all this is a summer popcorn movie. But you have people today that has no choice but to go and sit their butts in those theaters, and all they want to do is find and nitpick something. I don't do that, but that's on them. Everything's subjective, some of these big YouTubers would say. But here's the thing. I just want to make sure I let you guys know how much I enjoyed this movie. I have found absolutely nothing wrong with it. I went in, I'm shut. From now on, I think, my next movie I'm going to go see is Nope. Now, it'll probably have some issues. Trust me. Nope will probably have some issues. Y'all know Nope is coming out in July. Jordan Peele. And me and my daughter, we got a date together. Me and her is going to spend time together, and my 12-year-old grandson, which is her son. And we're just going to go see Nope and grab a bite to eat. We're not going to go there to see how bad the movie is. We're going to go there because we want to enjoy watching the movie together. We want to enjoy, see what Jordan Peele brings to the plate, So, it probably won't be great, but it probably won't be bad. So, it's a chance to go to the theater and, again, shut the world off, and enjoy things for what they really are. This movie, I was just blown away. I walked out, I felt like my, that thing called adrenaline? That's how I was, my adrenaline. The sequence of the airplane, when she was flying the airplane, people claimed they didn't like her either. When she was flying that airplane, and then when that big bird come and just literally destroyed that airplane. And then when they landed in that ice, I was like, man, I don't know if they're going to survive that or not. But they came out, Then when they started walking across the ice started, cracking. But what I liked about it is that black chick, man, she took off. She took off like quick. And that's what I like to see. Yeah, that's because that's what I would have took off as fast as I could, see if I could make it before that ice cracked. And her and Chris Pratt, man, they both took off. And then when that other creature came out from around the corner, man, and started, walking on the ice, and then when he fell in that water, they thought, that was it. When that thing started swimming around, that black chick was like, which was played by DeWanda Wise, she was like, oh, man, you got to be kidding. She just took off and ran. And then when that thing jumped out of the water and landed on top of that ice, look. And then Jeff Goldblum's, he just still kept his the same character. He was on point in this character. I mean, his character was on point. I mean, he never missed a click. It was the same person that was in the original Jurassic. Then they brought the guy back. They brought Wu back. And I was kind of glad they did Wu the way they did Wu, because they tied up his story too. Because Wu knew the little girl's mom, the original one that died. And he actually told the story. Again, I don't understand what everybody's mad about. And then Sam Niell and Laura Dern, Laura Dern's children's grown up. She's got a divorce. Sam Niell's always been in love with her. And guess what? There was only one kiss. One kiss on the lips, one kiss on the cheek. And Chris Pratt kissed Bryce Dallas Howard on the cheeks. And then, Sam and Laura Dern just did a kiss to let them know. Because she knew that, he always loved her. But, he never had a family. And then this brought them two back together. And, there was a part in there where she goes, well, you could go with me, but, and he just sit there. Because after everything was over, he was like, yeah, I am going to go with you. And, I just was like, yes, and it just, oh my God. There was no stuff being thrown down your throat, all that kind of stuff, man. God, you guys, I cannot. The going into that secret laboratory and then going over to that country where I found out there was a black market for all these dinosaurs and stuff, and oh my God, you guys, this movie was just flipping fantastic. How it's getting a 31 Rotten Tomatoes, I will never know. I will never know. But that's just one man's opinion, which is me. One man's opinion. But after today, this morning I got rid of a lot of subscribers on my YouTube because I'm just tired of the complaining. I really am. I'm tired of complaining. Most people I follow, though, they don't complain too much. I do not follow any more movie critics anymore. They just take the joy out of, even your big ones. I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to name them, but two of them in particular, I don't follow them no more. And there was 2 other ones. I don't follow them anymore. I get on my phone and I just look at the box office mojo. And sometimes when I get on there, I notice that they'll make comments about how it's performing, and that's why you get on there to check them out. But I'm pretty much, I went from 15 people I follow on my YouTube channel to only 4. Now most of them are very positive people. I've had it. I really had it, because real quick, I'm running out of time. Back in 2000, back when the first Spider-Man came out, you know, the internet was getting big and YouTube was still, you know, there. But I remember taking my boys to go see that first Spider-Man, and I remember we went and seen a lot of movies back then, and we never was mad about anything. You know, my boys are almost in their 30s and my daughter's in her 30s, and we still talk about those movies, but we never sit and talk about, oh, well, if they'd have got more in depth with this, if they would have done this, only if they would have thought about this and that. I mean, yes, all movies can be much better. But anyway, I'm ranting. Excuse me. This was my #1 anticipated movie of 2022. And it did not disappoint. I am blown away. This is the way to go out. This is the way to go out. You know, Colin Trevorrow, he did a good job as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, that 31 Rotten Tomato score, I had a friend tell me, he goes, man, I got a friend I go with all the time. He says, I don't pay attention to those movie critics. He goes, I mean, I just don't. He goes, just, you know, most movies I watch, if they're okay, they're okay. If they're not, they're not. He goes, I just like going. He just likes going to the movie. Whatever happened, just like going and seeing the movie. Anyway, you guys, God bless and take care and stay safe out there. And remember, just try to enjoy life, man. Quit trying to go out and try to nitpick everything. You know, this is an old, ancient theater movie. I guarantee you, if this movie came out in 1967 or 1969, nobody would be, half the stuff that you hear about it in your little websites and the internet and everybody's little YouTube channels, wouldn't be nothing like that. It would be filled with people in the theater, man, just grabbing their popcorn and just looking up at that screen and just shutting the world's problems off for a couple of hours and just watching a movie. That's how you watch a movie. Man, God bless, take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.